We're back here at NMU in the Department of Cosmetology, highlighting Self-Care Awareness Week and a fundraiser for suicide prevention. We're here with Sarah Derwin of the Marquette County Health Department. Sarah, thank you for joining the conversation. A really important topic. Happy to be here talking about it with you too, Elizabeth. Why does having a conversation like this and then having an event such as the Self-Care Awareness Week, why does this matter so much?
You know, this event and other events like this in the county are so very important. You know, the topic of suicide prevention and mental health can be really, really hard for groups. So the more times that we do things like this in our community, we're sending a message to people who could be struggling that they have folks, that there's people here that care about them, that they matter, that there's some places that they could maybe turn to that they wouldn't originally know. So it's very, very important having events like this.
And I feel like we have learned so much I have learned, I'll change that to myself. I have learned so much in the last few years about how to talk about suicide, how to share with somebody, how to ask somebody how they're doing. And how to just connect as people, right? And so coming onto campus, how do you do that effectively? It's got to be different than approaching another group, you know, throughout the county. So why do you come here and how do you do it?
You know, coming to campus is really important. There are a lot of people here on this campus, and some of them might not be from here. They might not be as familiar with resources, with where to go. They're going through big life changes. Just being in college can be very, very stressful and very unique. So, you know, I think it's really important to come here and to just show them that there is this larger community outside of Northern that cares about them and that we can get their back.
And there was this idea of like saying the wrong thing, approaching it the wrong way, putting your foot in your mouth kind of a thing. And as we kind of step away from that and just open ourselves up, it starts to feel a little bit better. But if you're scared, if you're somebody who's worried about saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, where do you go with that?
You know, sometimes that can be, for a lot of people, that'll be their hesitation. I was afraid to say the wrong thing, or I was afraid that I would make things worse. And what our research shows us is that it really doesn't work that way. That when we're caring individuals, and a lot of times when people are in crisis or having thoughts of suicide, they really want to turn to people that they know care about them. So friends and family are really going to be on that front line. And what we know is that you might say things maybe a little not in best practice, but those people, the bigger message is that somebody cares about them, and that's typically what their take home is. So there's a wide margin of error.
Okay, that's good to know.
And this morning, I keep referring to our conversation as a mental health conversation, talking about mental wellness. But some of our guests that we've interviewed this morning keep using the phrase total body wellness. Why does that distinction matter, and what difference can it make to somebody seeking to be better?
You know, I think that really kicks home a lot of really important things as far as, like, you know, when we do things, maybe physically active things, that makes us feel better, and it releases natural chemicals, and we can get that a lot of different ways. We can get that from reading a good book or being with somebody or going to a movie. So just understanding that total wellness means that we can access health and wellness in a lot of different ways that maybe we didn't know about before.
And I just have to say, events like this that are light, you know, I mean, there's something important about going to a talk or, you know, listening to someone speak about mental health or suicide prevention, but to be here just surrounded by people that are, their effort is to just make somebody feel good. It actually just feels good to be here this morning. So, you know, before we end the show, we have one more segment after this one, but again, just, you know, seeing things like this happen in your community, the one that you've been like just advocating so hard for, what does it mean to you?
It's awesome. It's part of the whole spectrum of wellness and suicide prevention, postvention, intervention. So just knowing all the wonderful things that this University of Cosmetology is doing, it's just really heartwarming, and they will save lives, absolutely.
Yeah. And Sarah, one more question before we go to another break. How are you seeing this shift and change over the years in Marquette County? And by this, I mean just the addition of resources, of events in support of suicide prevention and awareness.
It's grown significantly, and we've really built a huge community here. We're recognized statewide as a county that is really not afraid to talk about suicide prevention, mental health awareness. So it's very, very thrilling to see how many partners are taking part in this for our county.
Well, I thank you for all the work that you do, and you're a partner of ours. You've helped us a number of times in learning, just how to approach some of these topics, and I certainly appreciate all of the goodness that you give to us. So,
Back at you both.
oh, thank you. All right, we have one more segment. We have to take a quick break. We'll be right back.